So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Breaks into the open. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To throw, it's Charles. Makes the catch, it's Akbar. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Bruin! They put the first points on the board.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's take it all the way. Touchdown, UNC!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good,
he's got it all right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Gets it to him on the screen. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
The offense changing the play. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They just keep firing. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellows, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Arkansas State. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. There he goes. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. The running back has it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action. On the run, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. A strike downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. On the ground, it's Akbar. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
No chance to run, but still a good game.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route, and it's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass, it's Charles. It's complete to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Akbar. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Scrambling away. Finds his tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets him down to the 48. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Wells. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Using his legs, it's Akbar. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Find some fresh air. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Charles. Finds the tight end.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get us first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Forced out of the pocket. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Charles. Buys a little time. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bruin.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Arkansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got him in the flat. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
All down, Liddell move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Buying some time as he moves left. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going deep, and he's got it at the 30. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
The Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and that guy is really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Now the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
On the move. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. Brings into the open. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now from inside the red zone. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, shoot up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it up. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Charles. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Bruins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they got a big play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
Field position, but ended with perfect field position position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
They'll run play action. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Second down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man downfield.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Tar Heels are in the red zone. Gives it on the option. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I'll tell you, this running back, he's running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Tar Heels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Right back to the well. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job going for it on fourth down. You pick up the first. You've got the ball at the 1-yard line. Let's just run the ball again right here.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, UNC! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Looking for the 2-point try. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes for the 2-point conversion, and the lead is 4.
When you go option down here on the goal line, the ball can be basically 3 places almost simultaneously. Very, very difficult play to stop in a 2-point situation, and the offense comes away with 2.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Charles. Oh, they're after him! So close to a huge gain there, but he makes the catch out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Puts it out of the air. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Quarterback making adjustments. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Here comes the heat. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
This really has been a master class by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Charles. Finds his man, it's Wells. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
To the air on 2nd down. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. Hits it up for the 1st down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
To the air on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Got a little space. Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds to stop the clock. Picked up the 1st down, and now they'll try to find a way to score.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Charles. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got out of trouble and throws. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It comes down to this now. One final play to win it. This ball has got to get in the end zone somehow, some way. Who's going to step up?
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it's dropped. Oh, it's dropped, and the ball game's over. Oh, what a horrible way to lose a game for this team. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these 2 teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.